Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to your apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power, Yahweh Bashim Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, a so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up about Esau, Amalek. Gonna play these videos. I'm gonna get into the scripture my best ability. Say whatever God say through Spirit and power. Yahweh Bashim Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Karach Dash. Lord willing be on me. Let's get it.
Scheme is to act like they like all of us. In actuality, they don't. They don't. They're scheme.
Are you just pretending, ma'am?
No, sir, no.
And so it's true.
No, sir, no. No, sir, no.
A rabbi got on Fox News and called Gentiles apes. This is the guy.
Jillian, when I was coming into the studio, I was thinking, what can I compare this to? Do you remember the movie Planet of the Apes? The human people that came to the planet. All of a sudden, you're weird. You're the killer. You're the rotten person. Because they...
Yeah, because Esau. And that movie, Planet of the Apes, was a shot at you Jakes. They were telling me them apes was the so-called black folks, or just say Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. Yeah, in the civilized man hell. You watch that movie, they were looking at the white man as the destroyer of the world, nigga. They locked that nigga up, put him in chains. Because that nigga was the true wild beast. Nigga was destroying shit.
Believed in all the evils that was unproven. To be a Jew today sometimes is like the...
Oh my goodness. And they're claiming to be the victims. They're the ones who suck baby dinglings and control the porn industry. Get the fuck out of here. They claim to be the holy people. That's what I meant to say.
Humans that come to the Planet of the Apes and meeting people like him and like, where did you get this from? Why do you think this way? And it's almost impossible to talk to these people, to reason to these people, because hate is an emotion. It's not intellect.
Well, if that's so, the Lord hates Esau. So is Yahweh emotional? No, he just straight up. He hates Esau, nigga. And he loves Jacob. And y'all niggas definitely ain't Jacob because the things you niggas are doing. Anyway, and y'all getting away with the shit. Anyway.
Jillian.
Okay, mind you, he called us that. Let's go up, remember Rabbi Poopco from my viral video? Rabbi Poopco.
Oh. Look at these apes. Woo! That nigga like, ugh. That nigga like, ugh. That nigga like, ooh.
Was complaining that this was on the cover of El Espresso. Remember that? Yeah, so they call Gentiles apes and people like you and me.
And they more like rats wearing small hats. But they're like a mixed breed of rat/ape.
Apparently I'm an ape and you're an ape and whatever. Apparently. This is how they come off right here. Sure, Rabbi, sure. We are apes and you are the chosen people. They are the chosen people. Absolutely.
Of wickedness. The chosen of Satan.
Absolutely. David brought up the passage from the Talmud where it says Talmud Baba Mitzvah 114.
Oh, yeah. What is this about?
Team B, only Jews are human. The Goyim are animals.
Well, speaking of Talmud, let's get to Talmud and see what they say about when they arrange marriages. Because shit. Because they say they start their arranged marriage at 3 years old. A little girl, they have sexual intercourse with a 3-year-old girl. Hey, man, it's in there in the Talmud. Let me get it. Where is it at? Talmud, poking finger in the eye. Talmud. I'm not saying Talmud. Poking finger in the eye. Yeah, I might as well click it right here. Yeah, it's talking about, what is it? It says, blah, 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 raised the objection to the opinion of Rav from the whatever. With regards to an adult man who engaged in intercourse with a minor girl less than 3 years old, or a minor boy less, and they even having sex. This is when a minor boy is having, a 9-year-old boy is having sex intercourse with a adult woman, huh? Anyway, A woman would have her hymen erupted by wood, or any other foreign object. The marriage contract for each of these women to 100. What the fuck? Let me get to this one instead. Let me close this out. You gotta read the rest of this shit. Oh, here it goes. What's his name? Ravel said that this is what a Nesna is saying. An adult man who engages in... I read that part. Oh. It has done nothing. Hold on, okay. What it says. An adult man who engaged in intercourse with a minor girl less than 3 years old has done nothing. As intercourse with a girl less than 3 years old is tantamount to poking a finger into the eye. Wow. In case... Oh, shit. What else does garbage say? In the case of an eye, after a tear falls from it, another tear from... Man, get the fuck out. These are holy people. The people that's written in the Bible. No, they're not. And if you think you are, you're a fucking dumbass.
So YouTube algorithm, if you're listening, don't
These some bunch of weird niggers.
Demonetize this channel because I'm repeating this verse. And so this is what they say. Only Jews are human. And then
you ain't talking about only Jews are human. Y'all don't look colorful to me. Y'all dressed in all that black, like, well, you know, black means evil, dark, sinister, and they most certainly are. And they consider themselves being human and everybody else animals. Well, if that's the case, why y'all niggas always spending time in the sewers, nigga? In those tunnels, nigga, like rats? Damn, y'all got rats in you? In your blood, in your gene? I guess so, shit. Y'all know you got Satan in your gene, because y'all are Satan.
Goyim are animals. I think the YouTube algorithm...
Them niggas spend a lot of time in them sewers. Like they fucking Ninja Turtles or something.
Would it mind if I actually believed this and was teaching this? I don't think it would mind, but if I reversed that, I think it would really mind. So you probably heard about this story too, possibly. This guy was rejecting an interview with a founder who was Jewish, and on Fox News are calling it anti-Semitic.
The Jewish founders of a New York City startup are speaking out after this college student rejected an interview offer with a shocking and anti-Semitic response. Cornell student Austin Franco writing, quote, "not interested in working for a Jew."
And I bet he's saying that. I bet he's a small hatter too.
Franco then doubled down.
Yeah, because I played this video before, doing another Apes-Esau video, and I believe the person who, you know, this young dude, probably a rat's wearing a small hat.
On an online post writing, quote, "I will fight
this guy right here
for what I believe is right, not for money, power, or something material, but for..."
Because these niggas, they'll create these damn accusations, and they got to make themselves look like victims, and they really all in it together to make it, you know, all that bullshit. Like tearing up their own property and headstones at a cemetery. They're the ones doing all that shit just to make themselves look like they're victims.
The cause itself. Now, that prompted Cornell to release a statement saying it's investigating and that it condemns anti-Semitism. Franco had applied for a summer internship with the startup Verified, which is founded by proudly Jewish brothers Gabe and Aiden Einhorn.
My whole goal was that we've been seeing rising anti-Semitism, and the whole goal was just to prove that it is real, and this is a clear example of it. I thought maybe he's a college student, could have made a mistake, or he's going to learn from it. Don't need to ruin his life for.
You won't even know. I mean, it's just so funny. You can put a goddamn beanie on top of a cracker head, and you won't even know. You know, these motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. It's bullshit.
For it, but just to prove a point that anti-Semitism is real. We want to grow our company, and we wanted to grow a team of college students from all different walks of life, with different backgrounds, and really build something special.
It is shocking, Guy, that this individual, when he doubled down on what he said, quote, "my experience with Jews had not been pleasant, both in person and online. This is not to say I haven't had positive experiences, but on the aggregate, that is not the case." He doubled down on his anti-Semitism.
Yeah, and he didn't even couch it in the Zionism euphemism. It was just straight up anti-Semitism, not disguised in any way.
Oh my goodness, this shit gonna be played out soon. They don't give a fuck about no anti. And plus, they're not the only Semitic, Semitic. They're not the only Semitic, not Shemitic. No, Shemitic. They're Shemitic. They're not the only Shemitic. Not only there's the Chinese, Moab. They're Shemitic. the Japanese, Ammon, they're Shemitic. Who else? Them towel head niggas. Ah, la, 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 la. Those niggas with the Ishmael and Elam and from the Indian niggas with the red dots on their forehead. They're Shemitic. Hey, you so-called regular ass white folk, which y'all can pass as being a goddamn Jewish. Put a little beanie on top of your head, and you can say, "Oh, I'm Jewish." I'm like, shit. Y'all can pass, but hell, the real Semitic, I mean, the Lord's people of all the Shemitic people be you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and Specklebird that look like the heathens. If you feeling this, yeah, if you really seeking the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, hey, for you Specklebirds, I mean, I don't know who is who, only the Lord knows, but I can tell you, the majority of Israelites are Shemitic, the most important Semitic people in the world are you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And of course you Specklebirds, but like I said, I don't know who is who. But anyway, and the only two people that are not Shemitic will be Ham and Japheth. And that's it. But it's not just these fucking gutter rats wearing small hats Shemitic. Anyway, gotta clear that up, man. These niggas are full of shit.
Okay? And then when called on, he's like, yeah, I haven't liked them.
So there's multiple seeds coming from Shem. Not Shem. Shem.
And that is basically where we are, I think.
That bitch said, oh.
With a lot of young people on college campuses who've been poisoned now for years with a steady stream of propaganda, a lot of it, I think, with foreign influence. Notice in his statement sort of defending himself, he said, oh, I'm going to stand up for what's right. What? What's right about wanting to not work for a specific group of people because of their faith or ethnicity? It's the antithesis of right. So it's been completely flipped. And he said he's going to stick to his cause. What cause is that? If not Jew hatred. I don't want to pile too much on this,
Yeah, he probably a small hatter too.
One kid, but I think that there's a
definitely Edomite
structure out there. Now to talk this way about this group of our fellow Americans, or even around the world, in a way that would not be permissible with almost any other group right now. And there's a sickness here, I would say.
I don't know, like he's arguing what's right and wrong. Is he supposed to be the moral arbiter of truth? Like if there was a company and they serve Baal and the employers were serving Baal, shouldn't we have the freedom or capacity to say, I don't want to work for a company, I don't want to work for leadership? There's literally
like somebody that worship devil and Baal and shit.
Worshiping Baal, literally worshiping Satan, a god, a demonic being. And so
that does child sacrifices and shit and drinks baby blood, people that drinks baby blood that worship this nigga. And believes in transvestites should have rights and shit, and niggas should have the rights to poke other niggas in the booty hole, and women eating each other's fur burger. That's what these niggas believe in. They say that's part of their custom. They practice that shit proudly, especially during the Pride parades. They just had one big one in May and in early June, and they probably gonna have some more of them. Shit, and they claiming to be the Lord's people. Get the fuck out of here.
I actually don't see that situation as very different from what he did, because, well, we know what they worship. Juice boxes, we know all.
Alright, anyway, let's get to the next one. If you want to watch the rest of the video, be my guest. They go to title, they go to channel. Man, I'm just a little hyped up, man. And I'm not going to calm down.
Northern Tool and Equipment.
Rats fighting with one of you. Get that little cute little rat right there. Yeah, she's a cute little rat. Oh, these niggas. Look how goofy these niggas look. And I mean, the soldiers, they ain't as goofy looking as these motherfuckers. You sure you want these motherfuckers in y'all military? Look how goofy these niggas look. Even this kid, goodness gracious. Now, they ain't Down syndrome right there. He just straight up looked that way. I guess the boy do have Down syndrome or something. I don't know. He's still a rat, shit. Hey, cause they don't give a fuck about our kids when our kids were like, ain't right in the head, that's plagued in the mind with shit, demons. They didn't give a fuck, showing no mercy. So fuck these motherfuckers. Now tell me, where is this in the Bible? Where is this supposed to be biblical? Where is this supposed to be in the biblical? I know these niggas are burning up and all that black, and plus getting skin cancer at the same time. Shit, look how red these, look some rednecks out there. Yeah, just like Esau. Yeah, they dressed up all in black. But man, where is this in the Bible where they protesting against not getting drafted and shit? It's nowhere. This ain't biblical. I mean, this is not prophecy. A sea of rats wearing black with small hats. Well, actually, them Abraham Lincoln top hats. Them niggas think they gangster with them hats on. Like they caught one. Well, they basically, oh, you know what? Damn, that ain't gonna work. Let me see if I can translate that shit to English. Let me see. Translate to English. That is Yiddish shit. Can I? Can I do it? Look like I can, yeah. And the whole time I never even bothered. Never bothered to change it over to English. They probably gonna say, we're not worthy to fight. We're too divine. Send those cattle, them goyim out to fight. Well, shit. If there ain't enough of them, get some more. You can find some more over in Japan or India. Let them niggas fight for us. Oh, especially India, because they love Hitler. Ain't that strange? They buddies. What's his name? B.B. Milnowski's buddies with Moody. And in India, they love Hitler. But wait a minute. How can you love Hitler? I just love they fans of Hitler's writings and shit and beliefs, ideology. But then you're cool. I don't see how. You can look that up. It's strange. Yeah, because India is cool with Israel, but India also, a lot of these niggas love Hitler. They named some of their clothing stores after Hitler with swastikas on them. They have ice cream named after Hitler. They got so many books written, been published in India about Hitler. I mean, it's crazy. Said they are drunk on duty, and he has two gods. He is afraid. Jump, 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 rats. Jump, 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 rats. I mean, them niggas, they niggas just jumping in one straight, just jumping. That ain't showing they got salt. No, they ain't showing they got flavor. They just jumping and jumping and jumping. Look at these rats. And they left all this trash, man. I don't fucking filthy niggas. Littering our land. That's why Lord gonna send a fucking nuke to your ass to cleanse this shit.
אנחנו באנו לפה להביע את הכאב שלנו, כאב של רדיפה בלתי פוסקת, כל המדינה לא נותנים לנו לחיות פה, לא נותנים לנו לשמור על אורח החיים שלנו.
Anyway, these rats are divided. There's probably gonna be some more videos that talk about division amongst these rats. Yeah, the good Jews versus the bad Jews, the Zionists versus the non-Zionists. Pretty much, they're all Amalek. Mark chapter 3 verse 23, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. Shit. And oh yeah, is there a video next of talking about a miracle? Yeah, that's next. J.D. Vance is saying some shit about Israel, and you know, fuck it, let's get it. Man, I don't want to see this faggot ass
Vice
commercial.
President J.D. Vance is really setting off the Israelis. He spoke on podium today stating that the United States is the only country left that actually supports Israel, so they better step in line. So take a listen to this and then let's talk about it.
To completion. Now, I saw the Axios report, that Netanyahu is fuming. That's not reflective of the conversations that I've had with him, but maybe he's saying something to somebody else that he's not saying to me. What I will say, and this does bother me, is that you've seen people within Bibi's cabinet who have come out and attacked the deal, and in some ways very personally attacked the President of the United States. And I guess my message to them would be twofold. Number one, Donald J. Trump is the only head of state in the entire world who is sympathetic to the nation of Israel at this moment in time. And he happens to be the head of state of the world superpower. If I was in the cabinet of the Israeli government, I might not be attacking the only powerful ally that I have anywhere left in the entire world.
So, you could tell that really made them angry. Really made them angry. There's one Israeli news correspondent. Where did he say? He went on and he stated, J.D. Vance's speech from the last few minutes is riddled with glaring inaccuracies, not to mention lies, and hostile to the point of being blatantly anti-Israel text, not to mention something even more serious. Even more serious, he's hinting wink wink at anti-Semitism. What?
Yeah, everything's anti-Semitism. If you're not giving them nothing or not enough, it's anti-Semitism. I mean, damn, these fucking freeloading niggers. God damn, I mean, shit.
Can somebody say about Israel that they wouldn't call anti-Semitic? I mean, what can they say that they wouldn't call anti-Semitic? Nothing. There's nothing you can say where they wouldn't start to hint at that. You guys, I mean, the victimhood you guys have to have, and when I say you guys, I'm talking about these Israelis. I mean, the level of victimhood that they have to.
And and the regular Edomites, they're on that shit too. Talking about their victims against blacks and Latinos. And what we do to you? I mean, what the fuck we do to you, nigga? We didn't burn no towns down. You didn't burn your house down. No. We didn't act a fool and started race wars and shit. Anyway.
Have to always cry about something, anti-Semitism or hinting.
It's the same as what regular little bitch-ass Edomites own. The same shit.
At it, it's insane to me at this point. So, after J.D. Vance said that, it did cause a lot of stir, and he also made a lot of other statements I'm going to show you guys here in a bit. I do want to make a pretty obvious point, though, that the United States' relationship with Israel right now is fine. Nothing is going to change unless we reach a point. And I saw one headline state this, and I think that if that happened, I would start dancing and start singing "Kumbaya, the world has changed."
Yeah, but it won't be over with. You still got the mark of the beast and the nuclear destruction. Yeah, shit ain't changed.
Unless the United States is actually willing to withhold actual
That where the real change gonna come when the nukes come. Oh, when Yahweh Shah return.
Weaponry, genuinely withhold weaponry, not just a little.
And the phone chimed in on that.
Bit, not like when Biden withheld 2,000-pound dumb bombs and called it a day, but really withhold weaponry to the point where it simply can't act in Lebanon anymore. It simply has to pull out of Lebanon. Until that day happens, then I'll be like, okay, things have really changed. Because for as far as I know, that hasn't happened. I mean, we had President John F. Kennedy, but since then it's really not happened to that point where there's total withholding of actual military aid. If that happens, I'll be singing a whole different tune. Joe Kent stated it today. Here it is. Actually, let me go ahead and show you the clip first. But Joe Kent was responding to Vice President J.D. Vance, also stating that Israel can't kill its way out of every national security problem. So let me go ahead and play that clip now, and then let's talk about this one.
But yeah, you've seen people in their system, Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, who've attacked the deal. And I guess my response to them would be, what is your exact proposal? And you're a country of 9 million people. You can't just kill your way out of solving every single national security problem that you have. Look at what.
So I mean, it's just obvious, right? Well, that's not what the Israelis think. Itmar Ben-Gvir actually quoted what he said and stated, "This is the proposal, J.D. Vance, to deal with the Nazis of the 21st century, just as the United States dealt with the Nazis of the 20th century." That's he thinks they just all need to be murdered. There are things I just can't say on YouTube because my account would get taken down, and there's just a point where you have to consider the value of one life versus the value of millions of lives, and then say, it's some sort of rhetoric. You just can't. There has to be a line. There has to be a line to the point where endorsing the actual murder of millions of people, which they've done. At what point are we going to draw the line in the sand? There was the Nuremberg trials. When is something like, is that going to ever happen again? So obviously that really set people off. That's when Joe Kent responded and stated the vice president is spot on. We learned this exact same lesson in the GWOT. We are very fortunate to have a VP who served in Iraq as an enlisted Marine and learned the lessons firsthand. Tactical success doesn't equal strategic success. So now, this is what I want to say to you guys. You know, ultimately, regardless, I think the America First crowd genuinely really has to make it seem like this is real, that these hostilities or that this tension is real. Despite whether or not you don't want to believe it's real, we really, for the best interests of where we want to go, we have to act like it is. The one thing JD Vance said that I will say, you know what, I agree, is I guess he said a few things that I agree with the last couple hours. He stated that it's important to make your voice heard yesterday, I think, when he was on Megyn Kelly, because that's why the neocons always win. Regardless if he was just saying that to say that because he wants to appeal to this crowd now and win voters for his upcoming presidential election, I don't care. What he said was true. We have to make our voices heard. We have to actually, you know...
All right, anyway, well, these rats are divided. Oh, no, let's just say these Edomites are divided like hell. Let's get to the next one.
Between the heat and the sweat, water might not be enough. Replenish with Liquid IV made with a...
I mean, water won't be enough. It should be. Plenty. You gonna put that fucking shit in there.
Electrolytes, vitamins, and...
because it got electrolytes. The fuck.
Miriam Adelson.
Hold on, I gotta rearrange some stuff. Alright.
Israeli billionaire that forked up $250 million for Trump's presidential campaign. Her media outlet, Israel Hayom, is now putting out an article that Trump is a traitor, an embarrassment, and a...
they're turning against him. And I mean, whatever.
Failure. Or the Iran peace deal. That's how much she flipped, or her media outlet flipped on Trump because he went forward with peace with Iran and stopping the bloodshed. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys this article. It's truly insane. And actually, I want to stop that. When I say he chose peace to stop the bloodshed.
Hey man, and the house divided cannot stand.
What he really chose is just to allow negotiations for another 60 days. So that way, the oil prices and the markets are a little bit better. That's the reason. Let me go ahead and share my full screen here so that way you guys can see this. Here's the article. You could have been the greatest president of all, but you failed.
And you know what? It might not even be true. Like, they just got these articles printed up, but we don't really know what's going on. But it's worthy to talk about the division, because the division is happening. Especially everybody hating America. Especially you proud ass dumb devils. You Edomites, shit. And, hell, Amalek too.
Mr. President, you have
Amalek so divided amongst their own people.
Gravely harmed the human interests of the enlightened world, and you may be remembered forever as the president who brought about America's humiliation. You betrayed us, the Israelis, and in a single moment, the contempt you once faced suddenly seemed so justified and logical. Danny Zakin writes to the U.S. president, "Crazy." I'm also gonna show you guys this man's X profile, the authors, because I was able to find it. Mr. President, my name is Danny Zakin. Danny, you're a psychopath. I'm a proud Israeli citizen who's not an American citizen, who should just be quiet, who has worked in journalism and covered developments in the region and around the world, including our country's relation with the great U.S. for many years. And from where I sit near Jerusalem, the eternal capital of the people of Israel, since the days of the kingdoms of David and Solomon.
Right. Anyway, y'all niggas are related to those people.
I say to you, you made a colossal mistake. I'd really love just to DNA test this guy and see the guy.
Well, you don't have you don't have to do no DNA test. Well, actually, the DNA test is in the Bible. All you gotta do is see if they fit the description of the prophecies. That were they on slave ships brought from Egypt, one place, that was bondage, represent bondage, that'd be Egypt, and brought to Egypt again on slave ships to America. Or either, hell, you have Israelites that left from here to America to some other parts of the land. Yeah, Cristobal Colon snatched a lot of you Native Indians and so-called Native Indians and Latinos. Well, your ancestors, y'all wasn't called Native Indian, but y'all descendants of those people. Northern Kingdom, I just say that, Northern Kingdom Israelites. That nigga there snatched up a bunch of Northern Kingdom Israelites and sent them off in different parts of the world. Heck yeah. Same way with them English niggas did. Anyway, shit, all them goddamn devils did.
Who says that he descends?
Hell, try to link up. That's the DNA. Yeah, just link up the use the Bible as a DNA tester. Yeah, you can link up prophecies with these niggas, and you'll see they're not a match. They are a match with Esau though. Shit, they're known to be the wicked. Well, the earth was given to the hands of the wicked, and who's ruling right now? Damn niggers.
From, the Middle East. I'd really love to see.
Damn sure ain't Israel, because hell, we ain't we don't own no banks, we don't lend shit to anybody. They're the lenders. We're the borrowers, They're the ones who add an interest to whatever you borrowing from. Yeah. And they're the ones who making the whole world broke as fuck, only to lead to that chip implant to mark the beast.
Whenever they pull this thing, it just makes me roll my eyes. You failed by signing a surrender agreement with a murderous and cruel terror regime. You severely
Esau, Amalek.
Harmed American interests. That's false. And the democratic and human values of the enlightened world. And you turned over the hourglass toward the next war, which your successors will have to deal with in the years to come.
They want to hurry up and get this damn shit going, man. Amalek want that land, man.
Doing so, you seal the fate of many thousands of people, civilians, women, and children, and elderly,
And another thing, too, that's not biblical prophecy that proves that they're not the real people. Yes, I got to keep saying it. Why are they warring? There should be no wars. Yes, I got to get to it. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I got to keep proving this shit. I mean, proving these niggas that they ain't shit. All the prophets got to keep proving these niggas ain't shit. Let me get to that. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. That's Yahweh Shah. When he's here, he going to be checking these damn heathens. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hoods. They turn their gardening tools into weapons. No, they're turning their weapons of warfare into gardening tools. Well, are they doing that now? No. They're turning all their gardening tools into weapons of warfare right now. But when the Lord is here, they're going to be turning their weapons of warfare into gardening tools so they can work out in the field and do agriculture and be slaves to the real biblical Israelites. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. And I'm talking too fast. I'm just making fun of how fast I'm talking. But Seminole Indians and speckled birds that look like the heathens, you will be transformed. Once the Lord returns and beam up his elect, they are all of us, or I don't know about me, but the elect will be transformed in a twinkling of an eye. Yeah, and be into their true form, the way that the Lord want us to be. Nations shall not lift up sword against nation. What does that sound like? There should be no wars. Nations ain't gonna. Hold on one second. Had to let the dog out. Yeah, nations will not be lifting up swords with one another. No guns, no missiles, no none of that shit. Cause it's gonna be all melted down, destroyed. And let's see, neither shall they learn war anymore. There won't be no war strategizing, none of that bullshit. Not no more. They'll be strategizing on how to build a castle. Well, we gonna build this castle well, the blueprint says this, he want it that way, and we better do it fast before we get a bullwhip up in our ass. Yeah, you better do it fast, cause we gonna whoop your ass. That's how it gonna be. Shit, and that's how it should be when the kingdom here. Not when these rats complaining, and plus they protesting against their own military not to go to get drafted to war. That ain't biblical prophecy. Let me get back to the video. I'm talking a lot.
Demon Iran will torture and murder, just as it murdered more than 40,000 of them at the beginning of the year. Where do they inflate these numbers from? Where does the numbers come from? So, citizens of the neighboring countries whom Iran and its terrorist proxies will murder, fighters who will be killed in the war against Iran and terrorism it operates, and yes, many Americans too. It just goes on, and it's really just just straight up trashing him. And has now been America, supposed to return to greatness, has now been humiliated into the dust. The longer we stayed into it, the longer we would have been humiliated in the dust. You have been the president. You could have been that president as you claimed to be, but you failed. You missed the opportunity. Instead, unless you change course against the advice of our vice president and envoy, they think Steve Witkoff is a Jew that has betrayed Israel. They wrote a whole article on Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, who supposedly were in support of the seal, that stated that they were traitors to their real home in Israel.
They said that who defeated was this? Franklin Theodore Roosevelt, who defeated the Nazis, which them small head niggas are them Nazis, and Japan, and they have a big influence in Japan. I got a brother video that talks about how Amalek, the small head baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fuckers, played a big role in Japan back in the ancient times of, I don't know what time that was, probably the 1700s. I mean, I don't know. But they called them. Oh, matter of fact, what's the name of that damn mask? There's a goddamn demon. Where that one? Yeah, here you go. Here you go. And he got that small hat on top of their head. That nigga got that small hat. That's Amalek. Got that little small hat on top of his head. Some of them don't show it. Here go one. Got a little small hat on top of him and that big ass nose. Yep, that's Amalek. Big ass nose, small hat. Big ass nose, small hat. You see that shit? Oh, let me get some. I know I'm all over the place. Shit. Don't that shit look similar to this? Yes. Yeah, they red with that big ass nose. Well, he ain't got no big ass nose. Like, he ain't got no big ass nose. Like, a real Amalekite nigga would have a big ass nose. Shit. But they known to have them big ass noses. Heck yeah. Oh, he got a big ass nose. Anyway, let me get on. I'm getting tired, bro. Damn, man. When you talking about Amalek so much, this shit gets tired, man. I don't want to quit on Amalek, though. And this nigga needs as much exposure as possible.
Real. You will be forever remembered as the president who brought about humiliation.
I don't want to hear this shit no more. Well, anyway, there's division amongst Amalek and Esau, or they both Esau anyway. But let's just say the house of Edom, they're divided. Oh, there's some more of a division about Amalek.
The phenomenon of the self-hating Jew. There is such a phenomenon, no question. And the question is, why are there such people? Why would the person hate themselves? Or not themselves?
Because they find out who they truly are.
Those they hate the people from whom they have emerged. They hate their nation, their lineage. They
hate their bloodline, which is what? They ain't out the Bible. Shit, y'all damn sure don't link up with that lineage. Fuck no. Y'all niggas on top. The Israelites that's described in the Bible today should be in the bottom, be living at the bottom, being a proverb, being either called niggers and niggas and wetbacks, Uncle Tomahawks and fucking spiggers and I don't know, featherhead niggas and all that other shit. Hey, that's the Israelites. And the whole world hates us. They have no respect for us. They damn sure ain't got no respect for you niggas, because now the Lord flipped the script on you niggas.
Heritage, they had everything Jewish. This is known as,
Hey, what I showed that picture that on that nigga with the cube on his head. The big ass nose. He red too. Yeah, Japan, them niggas had these demons were a big influence at that time. And they still are. Hell, they got synagogues in Japan.
Psychology of victimhood. And maybe you can tell us something more about this. I know what I've read and what I've heard, that it's well known that people who feel that they are victims, they are hated by others, by everybody. Everyone hates them. Everyone is always negative towards them. Why? Because you're Jewish.
That's not the reason why. They hate you because the Lord haven't... Let me get to it. It's not because of that. It's because the Lord has war. Is having war with your ass. He hates you niggas. The Lord... And what you niggas done to the real biblical Israelites. You put us in captivity, nigga, in slavery, but ultimately by the Lord. But shit, y'all the ones who had all the slave auctions, the slave boats of hell. To prove that, hell, one thing... What no slave auction? What the hell does slave auction doing clothes on a Jewish holiday? Yeah, that's one of the many reasons why the Lord hates you niggas. And he don't tell them what the fuck these big nose motherfuckers did to us while they was selling us off. Shit, and perfect too. You selling off the people of the Bible, and then you go and take our heritage away, claiming you are the people that's in the Bible, the Israelites. Anyway, Exodus chapter 17, verse 16, for he said, because the Lord Yahweh have sown that the Lord Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So the Lord is having war with you. Man, goddamn this fucking dog. I just let your monkey ass out. Now you want to come back in. What you want now, bro? Shed your fur outside. I'm gonna piss it, man. You need more water? Hold on, let me pause the video. That's right, 'cause I think she needs some more water. Be right back, Lord willing. Alright, I'm back. I lost my train of thought. I had to get that dog some water. Well, yeah, the Lord having war with Amalek for generation and generation. This is Amalek. This is the last generation too. The Lord gonna have war with. All he needs to do is nuke these motherfuckers off our land. That's it. Yeah, I said it, nigga. And these fucking rats about to go in flames.
It's not a very rational argument.
And in chains as slaves.
But that's the fact. People tell me,
faggots.
don't like you because you're Jewish. I hate you because you're Jewish. Some will tell you I want to kill you because you're
and
Jewish.
You see the Lord plaguing these niggas. They all divided now. Some of these motherfuckers found out who they truly are. Yeah, then you know what? I'll let them have that title, Jewish. But you damn sure ain't Jews. And you damn sure ain't Israel either. You're Amalek.
That can lead to a certain kind of
Esau, Edom.
Psychosis.
Now this nigga go into that science, the psychosis, the syndrome, and all that dumb shit.
And that psychosis essentially is
all that shit he's saying is all nothing but the truth, nigga. Y'all niggas are being exposed, and that's one of the reasons why they got the ban street teaching out the Bible and all that stuff.
The person eventually reaches a point where they hate themselves for being Jewish. They hate, therefore, everything Jewish. And they try and escape from everything that has anything to do with being Jewish. And that is why
the Lord plaguing these niggas, fucking them niggas up. And the prophet, see, that what happened. The prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah, well, really Yahweh Shema Shah stirring things up, shaking things up. But he using men on earth, they're putting the spirit on to shake them up.
You find this is the unconscious reason, but one of the very real reasons and motivations for many woke, so-called progressive, in other words, regressive, deranged, empty Jews of Jewish heritage in all of.
Oh man, just because they found out the truth now, he got to call them empty, deranged. They have some mental illness, some shit. Oh my goodness, you niggas got mental illness. Why the fuck you got a fucking block on top of your head and you talking about all this goofy shit? Nigga, you got a fucking black cube on top of your fucking head. It ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. You wrap your arm up with fucking electric tape, for goodness sakes. And you want to call these fake ass Jews that don't want to be Jews no more run away from all this shit. Or they ain't Jew, they Jewish. But you calling them like traitors and shit in the other way. But they haven't. Anyway, damn.
Of the world, in many countries, perhaps notably in the United States, who today will tell you that they're anti-Zionist, that Israel is an apartheid state, that it's a Nazi state, that they support the fake Palestinians, and what Israel was fighting its enemies in Gaza, which we haven't finished doing, is a genocide. All this nonsense. Everyone knows this is nonsense. Any rational person knows this is not true. None of these things are true. And yet they adopt all those positions because they wish to identify with all those nice, good, upstanding, generally WASP, although nowadays.
Damn, this guy's such a yes man. He's like,
It's not necessarily WASP.
He just,
White Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Now it's not always that way nowadays, but
you wouldn't even know these motherfuckers are ish people. You wouldn't know. They take the little black cube, just slap that shit off his forehead, and you wouldn't even know. Take the little beanie off his head too. You wouldn't even know. You know, just put him in some regular clothes. Put some overalls on this nigga. Put a John Deere shirt on this motherfucker, and a I Love Texas hat on, or a cowboy hat on top of his head with some overalls. You wouldn't know that motherfucker. You be thinking this nigga from Texas or Tennessee. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't fucking. He got the beard too to blend in. He can look like a hillbilly. He can look like a mountain man. Look like he coming from the Appalachian Mountains. You wouldn't even know this motherfucker ish person. Like Amalek. Then you probably would tell he could be Amalek with that big ass nose. I don't know.
The idea they wish to.
That's a big motherfucking nose right there. Shit.
The in crowd, the good people, the moral.
Hey, that takes me back to that damn picture with the Tingo mask, that big nose nigga, that damn demon. Yeah, That's these niggas right here. And the hat, the skull. Oh, man. Let me... Hold on. Well, how do you do this shit? Match that shit off. I have to do a comparison. Where the picture? Here we go. We do a comparison. You see the comparison? That damn head. Yeah, it's the same motherfucker. It's the same motherfucker.
So he's part of the in crowd, the good people, the moral, the upstanding, the enlightened.
Hell, you even got a green mask. You got a green goblin. That nigga teeth all fucked up. What ain't got that? Still got that little small hat. You got a blue one too. Still got that big ass nose with a small hat. You got a dark green one too. That's them niggas right there. They look like demons, cause they are demons. Shit. That's Amalek.
The regressives, the woke. So they will adopt all these positions because really what they want is simply to be accepted by the right people. So if you, in order to be accepted by the right people, you have to hate Jews, you hate the Jewish state, hate Judaism. Well, that's what it takes. You'll do it because that's the real need. That is the real thing that is driving you more than anything else. It's not some intellectual argument. It's not some misplaced moral system. No, it's the fact that you wish to be finally rid of that stigma of belonging to the wrong group, and now you wish to belong to the right group.
Anyway, Esau divided. Anyway.
The racist and anti-Semites support the Iran deal. You see how that works? So again, here is if you're against peace, if you're for a peace deal, you're an anti-Semite. Again, they keep this doesn't work anymore, but they keep trying it. Senior administration officials promised that the memorandum of understanding, the pre-peace deal, will be released publicly, saying we are still in the early.
Bro, there ain't gonna be no peace deal. And then what will Amalek do? What do you think Amalek gonna do about this shit? That nigga gonna set up a fucking terrorist attack like no other. Gonna be bigger than 9/11. Shit, yeah.
Stages we are building trust. I think what you'll see is that we are prepared to release frozen funds, and we are prepared to release sanctions, and we'll do some small gestures of that in the beginning if they make some small gestures to us to show that they're willing to meet their commitments as well. Hold on to your... This is an American surrender, says Eric Erickson.
Oh, Eric Erickson-Stein, why?
That's right? It's better. Seethe, Eric, says the Hick Groiper, says, Seethe, go ahead. You're upset that there's a peace deal. Yes.
Yeah, it's
because
American surrender.
That's right, because he works...
Goy soldiers surrendered. Oh.
The racist and anti-Semites support the Iran deal. You see how that works?
What's the race? Okay, what do you mean racist and anti-Semite? Like what? I don't understand that. What does that mean? Like who's the...
So he's talking about this guy. The Hick Groiper, the racist.
You mean a part of a group that's probably paid for by a cutout of Israel? And this is a little stupid. Shut up, Eric.
So that's how it works. If you're for a peace deal and you want to stop slaughtering people, as Trump says, as Israel blows up entire apartment buildings filled with innocent people who aren't Hezbollah, Trump is now saying that publicly. If you want to stop doing that, according to Eric Erickson-Stein, you are racist, anti-Semite, and you support, and those are the only people who support the deal.
Yeah, there's nothing more evil than peace. I mean, we know that.
We all know that. Here's what Glenn Greenwald says. Once again, the pro-Israel right has no discourse other than to scream racist and anti-Semite at everyone who disagrees with them. They hurl these slurs more frequently and casually than the caricature of the woke blue-haired Oberlin sophomore they used to endlessly mock.
Well, that is a very fair point by Glenn Greenwald. And then the nerve to come up with a moronic term like the woke right to describe the thing you are, scumbags, and put on people that don't want to do your dirty work.
Let me just go this. Willingly duped journo, so this is someone responding to Glenn. A willingly duped journo doesn't like being called what he is. Sorry, Glenn, you've earned it.
He's Jewish, you moron.
He's a Jew, I know. Glenn says, you whiny bitches has so overused these crybaby tactics that these words no longer have any sting, and nobody cares if they get called them
That's
anymore.
Fair.
Nobody cares if you get called an anti-Semite. Doesn't mean anything anymore. It's like being called a conspiracy theorist now. It's like, oh, you mean I'm just going to be proven right in a few weeks?
I mean, if Glenn's anything, he's more of a yenta, I would say, than an anti-Semite.
I like this is one of my favorite memes. Anti-Semite, we've got an anti-Semite over here. See, nobody cares.
You know, if I would give advice to the good people...
Ain't it funny? Ain't he a small hatter too? Because goddamn, he was it Seinfeld? Him and that Kramer dude, they all fucking small hats. And none of them niggas ain't funny.
The good Zionists of Israel. Maybe, you know what? I think you're not pushing this anti-Semitism term enough.
Hey man, I just found something funny. I see this mask right here. Yeah, I'm all about this damn mask, boy, but I just see this one right. Oh no, not that one. This one. This nigga. That look just like this bitch. That blonde hair. And you know the rest. They look like her, bitch. They got that same smile. That look like her too. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
Using it for everything.
Maybe
like I use my gun to turn on my TV, like Homer Simpson.
If you think that Israel led the United States into the Iran war, you're an anti-Semite. That's what the head of the ADL says. Did you know that?
Oh my God! Yeah, I got in an argument with Gavin McInnes, who I've been friendly with for years. Okay, and he said the most.
Well, I couldn't
believe the idiotic thing.
He must be in the Epstein files or something, or being paid.
No, Robert OAN News. It was actually very easy to find if I felt when I looked for it in OAN News. So he must have been getting money.
All right, let's get to the next one.
The crash out is always the most impressive part, and here is where the crash out officially began.
The history of our country. So we'll be working on a parallel effort with the Gulf nations to address non-nuclear issues such as the conventional ballistic missiles, which we'll be talking about, and support. I mean, they have to have some because other people have some. You got to have some. Somebody said you shouldn't give them more. And I have guys. I like some of these guys, but I don't think they're smart.
Okay, so he's basically saying that the idea of denying them nuclear weapons when other countries have it is just unreasonable.
Wow. Yeah, like North Korea, China, Russia, they have but nobody's not going after them. No, it's always about Iran. Anyway.
If that's not the whole purpose of every single thing that he has said about why we're there. And I need to correct Anthony on one thing. This is the only thing I disagree with. There is honor amongst thieves. These people are not thieves. These are psychopaths. And I say that as someone who worked in
they're Edomites too.
Criminal defense and has knows people who have served time and whatever. There's honor amongst thieves. These people are. It's almost like you're giving a bad name to thieves.
You're right.
That's how I almost feel about this. I know
there is no honor among pedophilic, megalomaniac, narcissistic
Edomites, Amalekites. Yeah.
World rulers.
Exactly.
There's no honor among them.
Because I mean, most theft is crimes of poverty, so we're not going to go there.
Well, I don't mean it in the modern day sense of theft. I mean in the idea that amongst pirates and criminals, there's no honor. But you're right. Actual criminal organizations do have an honor code.
Correct.
These people do not.
Excuse me. I'm giving the speech of my life here. I think you should listen.
Sir, you shouldn't let them have any missile. I said, well, what am I going to do? They're going to let Saudi Arabia have missiles, but they can't have them? Yes, sir. It doesn't work that way, It doesn't work that way.
He said that a year ago or so. It's like the whole thing.
The fact that Rubio can't even look at him, which is like, well, first of all,
let me go back to how that facial expression. I wasn't paying no attention to Rubio.
Organizations do have an honor code. These people do not.
Excuse me. I'm giving the speech of my life here. I think you should listen.
Sir, you shouldn't let them have any missile. I said, well, what am I going to do? They're going to let Saudi Arabia have missiles, but they can't have them? Yes, sir. It doesn't work that way, It doesn't work that way.
He said that a year ago or so. It's like the whole thing.
The fact that Rubio can't even look at him, which is like, well, first of all, let's remember one thing here, and you know this, and anybody who understands politics know this. Marco, any chance you thought you had of becoming president of the United States, that's over. Goodbye. Kiss it goodbye. He made a choice. The choice was him or J.D. Vance. And he chose J.D. Vance. And we know
clearly
because he's
neither one of them gonna be president. I gotta give a fuck about all that. You see what this shit is about.
I just can't. I honestly, who says that? What kind of without
that's like a treasonous statement to me.
But it's just stupid though. I don't understand.
Don't understand. What did we do? Picking our nose and
Are we dependent on shekels? Invaders?
I ain't playing no more. Anyway, they just running their damn mouth. I thought they have another video play. But they do have, but I don't want to get into it. This shit is about an hour long. Well, not shit, but this video about an hour long almost. Let's get to this last one, and I'm gonna wrap it up.
Icon G2 ratchets. New styles, expanded sizes. Only at Harbor Freight.
Hey honey, turns out it wasn't the dryer shrink in my jeans. I tried out your new withing scale and it lit.
The fuck? Oh man, come on man, you gonna start buffering with me?
If you've noticed, your TikTok feed feels different lately. You aren't crazy, it's changed. These are the reasons why, and these are the sinister forces behind it. In late 2025, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dropped a bomb in a room full of social media influencers.
We have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged, and the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is
TikTok.
Class, TikTok. TikTok, number one.
Why would a foreign leader care so much about a video app? Because a massive
because a massive amount of people are realizing who they truly are. Even the little low-level devils, who they truly are. They're known as Edomites. And those people claim to be the holy people of the land, living in, just say the holy people. Claiming to be Israelites, they're not the Israelites, they're Amalekites. They're niggers, they're devils. And they're being exposed by the prophecy of Yahweh Shema Shah, ultimately by Yahweh Shema Shah.
Coordinated financial takeover just handed control of the world's most powerful algorithm to a network of billionaires, tech giants,
and they're all small hats.
Defense contractors with deep, explicit financial ties.
Yeah,
to
they got deep financial ties because they keep printing that shit.
The Israeli military. This is the paper trail of how TikTok was bought, retrained, and weaponized to push you away from opposing genocide and into full-blown fascism. TikTok has become home to some of the most racist content imaginable, powered often by AI and fomenting fear in our communities. The new weapons of war were not just tanks and bombs, but algorithms.
You think TikTok is? Or that's AI generated shit. Using AI these niggas be creating all kind of shit with AI. And they gonna be using that shit against the, hey man, for you believers of Yahweh Shema Shah. Hell, even you Israelites who bullshitting around. They gonna be coming at y'all, coming for you niggas too. But hey man, this devil gonna come with that great wrath with AI and, you know, falsely accusing.
Artificial intelligence. What we witnessed throughout the preceding months was a highly coordinated, Israel-backed moral panic. US lawmakers stood before cameras, feigning concern over data privacy and foreign surveillance.
I want to ban TikTok for a very simple reason. They allow the Chinese Communist Party to gain access to all of the private data on any...
Yeah. Meanwhile, United States of America spying on their own people too.
Any device in America that's using TikTok. This company should be banned. I don't know why they're allowed to operate in the United States.
But behind closed doors, the anxiety was entirely ideological. They admitted it. They openly cited the viral prevalence of pro-Palestinian content among American youth as a national security threat.
Typically, the Israelis are good at PR. What's happened here? If you look at the postings on TikTok and the number of mentions of Palestinians relative to other social media sites, it's overwhelmingly so among TikTok. The president will get the chance to make action in that regard.
The corporate media told you the algorithm was broken. In reality, the algorithm was simply reflecting the organic solidarity of millions of young people witnessing a genocide.
No, man. Yeah, they ain't got nothing. That was about them exposing these devils of who they truly are. And especially YouTube and every other stuff. But TikTok, yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about censoring shit as much. But TikTok, but whatever. Anyway, it ain't had nothing to do with these towel head niggas. I mean, yeah, what they doing is fucked up, but exposing these niggas of who they truly are. That's what it's all about. They don't want to try to work on trying to get all these social media platforms, how you say it, try to go on the restriction on all of them too fast, because then, I don't know their strategy, but it just seems like they don't want to go in too fast and too hard yet. But anyway, it's all about these niggas being revealed. I'm done with these videos. If you want to watch the rest of it, be my guest. They go to title, they go to channel. I'm about to wrap it up. Man, I need to goddamn do something, man. I got to clean. I don't to be so goddamn. I hate this shit. I hate the feeling of feeling like I need to change the oil out the truck, and I ain't even done that yet. And Man, and I don't even feel like doing that shit. And I gotta change these tires off these wheels, and I don't even feel like doing that shit. And I'm talking about my trailer tire, cause them bitches are bald as hell. And I got some tires in my garage, I need to change them suckers out. And I don't feel like going to, I ain't even got the money to take to some shop and get them changed. I could do it myself, but I just don't feel like doing it. And when you do it yourself, I gotta do it manually with the bars and all that shit. Anyway, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, with his prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whom's coming after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. And who's that coming after the working of Satan? Esau, even so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot nigger, Amalek. And that's all I got to say about that nigga. Esau, Amalek. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name spirit. No, seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed what they're saying. Try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worship Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and power, Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the whole full lake and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.